Today I'll be using this valve cover set to fix some oil leaks. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm about to show you some hints and tricks when installing the valve cover gasket on a Saab 9.3 with the B207 engine. To start the job, we need to create some space around the valve cover, remove some covers and disconnect some hoses. We'll start by removing the air filter cover, disconnect its hose and the mass airflow sensor connector. Remove the plastic engine cover held by 3 T30 screws. Disconnect the rear PCV hose to the valve cover. Remove the coils cover held by 4 T30 screws. Disconnect the connectors of the 4 coils. You might find it easy to pry them up with a flathead. Remove the 14mm bolts holding the coils, and at the same time I remove the 3 10mm nuts holding the engine cable duct. There are another 2 10mm bolts holding this bracket to the valve cover. It's a good time to remove them now. Next, remove the turbo heat shield. Remove the 2 10mm bolts and then pull the shield from the back. It's held to the turbo by a clip. I like to keep the coils in the same order. When you pull the coils, inspect them and the spark plug holes for any signs of oil and clean them if necessary. Pull the wiring duct away to make up some space. I've chosen to secure it with some zip ties later on. Now we are ready to pull the 14 10mm screws that bolts the valve cover to the head. Does that make them screws or bolts? You may notice some of them are easy to remove and others will stick to the cover. Don't keep rotating them. What actually sticks is the rubber grommet. I used a pair of pliers to pull them out. To unstick the valve cover, pry the outside of any screw hole. Now to pull the cover, try to lift it straight up. But in some cases, if you didn't make enough space at the right side of the engine where the ugly bracket is, you might need to tilt the cover just a little bit. If you tilt it too much, you might break the upper timing guide. At this stage, make sure nothing falls inside your engine. I only flipped the valve cover because I've already blown it by air. I used brake cleaner and the only available rag on my videos to clean the gasket surfaces. That includes the spark plug tube gasket surface. You will shortly see the end product. The engine looks really good for almost 100,000 miles, a product of frequent synthetic oil changes. Now come the part where there are some misconceptions. These are rubber grommets. They are not seals. They don't seal any oil. They are just here to distribute the load and prevent over-torquing. This is how I take them out. Mine were still in a good shape, but they are here, so let's change them. I cleaned them from any oil residue and what's left from the old grommets. By this time, some people definitely noticed the ribbed gloves, but they are actually for a reason. Let me show you how to install them now. I use a little bit of silicone grease on each one and then just push them in. Next, we remove the old gasket from the valve cover and give it a good clean. You will notice that the section from the valve cover closer to the turbo has turned into plastic. And that's what started the leak. Again, I'm using brake cleaner and my high school toothbrush to clean the gasket grooves. Unfortunately, the camera died on me and I lost some footage. But basically, I gave the cover a complete clean with the brake cleaner and the same old rag. Then lubricated the new gasket with silicone grease and installed it. Make sure you install the spark plug tube seals in the correct orientation. The thin part of the seal goes into the valve cover. This is how the final product looked like. Before I put back the cover, I took the chance to disconnect the coolant sensor wiring and freed up some of the hoses connected to the bracket. After the cover settles down, make sure the gasket is still in place. In this case, it was not. So I had to lift the cover again, put the gasket back and make sure the tube seals didn't fall. Now comes the part of final inspection before tightening anything. Make sure the gasket sits correctly around the cover. To install the bolts, there is no specific pattern to do it. However, I like to do it from the inside out and in a crisscross pattern. I start by hand tightening them, although I use the electric driver later, but it is in the hand tight mode only. Next, I torqued them to 8 Newton meter or 6 foot-pound, but I used 55 inch-pound. The rest basically is the reverse of removal. Install the bracket, the coolant sensor wiring, the cable duct nuts, the coils, the heat shield, both engine covers, the PCV hose, and the air filter cover with its hose and the mass airflow sensor wiring. At the end of the job, you might want to take a long drive and check for oil leaks afterwards. If you see any oil leaks, inspect around the cover if the gasket is sitting improperly. Check the torque of the bolts, and if you find oil leaks inside the spark plug tube, you might have to take the cover off again. If you have any questions, post them in the comment sections. I'll make my best to answer these. Thank you boys and girls for watching, and if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Bye bye.